Hello and welcome to LMU Community TV News. I'm Ashley Collingsworth. Thank you for joining us. Over the weekend, the Cumberland Gap National Historical Park held special events to commemorate the release of the 32nd quarter in the America the Beautiful Quarter program. The weekend, titled An American Memoir, explored American values of the past, present, and future in 3 frontier areas. The program is part of a larger celebration marking the National Park Service centennial. Now, on Monday, park staff hosted over 200 local school children at the park's visitor center on Pinnacle Road in Middlesboro. Highlights from that event included the swearing in of more than 2,200 junior rangers. The free event concluded with a coin exchange where the public traded cash for $10 rolls of the newly minted Cumberland Gap National Historical Park quarters. U.S. Representative Hal Rogers spoke at the ceremony along with National Park Deputy Director Peggy Odell and Southeast Region Director Stan Austin.
The park gains worldwide recognition on the minting of the new quarter that will be circulated forever now throughout the world. And this new quarter, this new coin of the United States, will go to every pocket in America and indeed most of the world, advertising the Cumberland Gap National Park, where you now sit.
The Cumberland Gap National Historical Park Quarter is the 32nd release in the United States Mint America the Beautiful Quarters program, a 12-year initiative to honor 56 national parks and other national sites. Each year the public will see 5 new national sites depicted on the tail sides of the America the Beautiful Quarters. The United States Mint is issuing these quarters in the order in which the national sites were officially established. Lincoln Memorial University, in partnership with the Clarion County Board of Education, seeks to serve students in Clarion County and the surrounding Appalachian region by establishing a kindergarten through 12th grade public college preparatory charter school. To tell us more about the steps to get the charter school up and running is current J. Frank White Academy principal, Mr. Jared Boster.
The Academy has always prided itself on providing a different choice for people of our area, and we wanted to be able to expand that offering to more people. So by becoming a charter school, we're able to offer these educational opportunities that we have as a part of LMU to a broader base of people in our area. So there will no longer be a socioeconomic divide in J. Frank White Academy. If you choose to go to the Academy, now you'll be able to. A charter school is a publicly funded but privately governed school. That means that the state and tax dollars will pay the tuition cost, and then we still get to manage the school in a responsible way that we see fit. So we'll be independent of Clarion County School. However, we will be their partner in that they'll get to share in our successes and our test scores while we're still able to make the choices we need for our classrooms, and we'll be able to maintain autonomy, meaning teachers get to make the best decisions for their kids and not legislators. It's going to be something that's going to hold true to LMU's mission, and that we're going to be able to provide more opportunities for the people of our area. And what it's going to mean for J. Frank White in particular is we're going to have an opportunity to grow and offer more things to our students that we currently serve and the ones that we'll serve in the future. One of those things is that we're seeking out STEM certification through Advanced Ed. Advanced Ed is the accreditation body for, it's a global organization, so it's the leader in accrediting high schools and institutions of our sort. But the STEM certification means, of course, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We're going to be taking a STEAM focus. By adding the A, that means we're going to make sure to include the arts. And it's going to be a critical thinking focus on all these subjects. So through every course, we'll be looking at the content through the lens of STEM, meaning critical thinking focus, problem solving, and more importantly, preparing learners for problems we haven't even thought of yet. So by giving them that scaffolding and framework, they'll be able to solve problems in the future that we can't foresee. I think as a whole, it's going to give more students a choice. Our hope is to partner with Clarion County Schools in offering a different choice for students, and students who are serious about being in the medical field. We have resources in that area that we can offer those children. students who are serious about going into any kind of math or science program. We have resources for that. And more importantly, we're going to be able to help lift up Clarion County as a whole. There are some incredible educators here, and we just want to be a resource to those people.
The proposed launch date of the charter school will be August of 2017, and it will be located on the main campus of Lincoln Memorial University. The locations that have been identified by the LMU Board of Trustees are Avery Hall, Kresge Hall, Mary Marsh Gymnasium, and the current home of the Academy, Farr Hall. Currently, there are no academic requirements for applications, but there is the desire for applicants who have the desire to continue to pursue college. The Student Osteopathic Medical Association at Lincoln Memorial University's DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine, in conjunction with the LMU-DCOM Community Wellness Program, hosted a Second Harvest Mobile Food Pantry and Wellness Fair last Saturday. The Food Pantry and Wellness Fair was held at DCOM's main parking lot. To tell us more about the event, we spoke with student Nick Hodgie, who is a second-year student at DCOM.
Actually a combination of organizations. We have SOMA, which is our Student Osteopathic Medical Association. We were responsible for some of the funding and also ordering all of the food. Then we also have SOSA, which is our surgical club on campus. They provided half the funds for this event, which was about $500 out of the total cost of $1,000. And then we also have the wellness program, which is doing all of the wellness activities outside to promote community health and education. The food comes from Second Harvest, which is a mobile food pantry based out of Maryville, Tennessee. And they're amazing. I mean, they give us about $3,500 worth of food, and they only charge us $1,000. And we come up with those funds through fundraisers, as I said, in collaboration with other clubs to provide this food for families. Today we'll have about 200 to 220 families, which will be over 650 people. The families come from Claiborne and Bell County, and mainly Harrogate and Middlesboro. As far as food, all the food we get from Mobile Food Pantry itself, but the services, we have a lot of local community organizations and churches and other affiliations that are actually outside educating the community in various aspects, letting them know what resources we have locally and in the surrounding area.
The mobile food pantry was available from 10 that morning and lasted until the food ran out. It is estimated that the same event that was held in October fed over 650 people. They are hoping that this one will exceed that number, but those numbers have not yet been tallied or released. There were also additional 13 community partners that were set up, and both students and staff from LMU-DCOM were participating in the wellness fair to perform blood pressure checks, body mass index screening, and osteopathic manipulative medicine. The event was open to the public, and there were games for children held on site. A few of the participants that took place were the University Medical Clinic and the Claiborne County Health Department. Coming up this Saturday is the 6th annual Doggie Dash and Kids Health Fair. Registration for the Doggie Dash will begin at 9 o'clock and the Kids Health Fair will begin at 10 o'clock. The event is being held in the east parking lot of LMU's DCOM right here on the main campus. The Doggie Dash benefits the Claiborne Animal Shelter and is sponsored by the Student Osteopathic Medical Association and the Pediatric Medical Club. The event features a 5K run and walk, a cutest and most talented dog contest, face painting, family health screenings, kids activities, and games. Heavy's Barbecue will be available for sale, and there will also be a silent auction. Individuals are welcome to bring their dogs with them, but runners and walkers are not required to bring a pet in order to participate. Pre-registration is $20 per runner or walker, but there is no registration fee for dogs and children 12 and under. Dogs, though, must be on a leash at all times. The Claiborne Animal Shelter is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to building and operating an animal shelter in Claiborne County. The shelter has been built entirely from donations, fundraisers, and volunteers. The LMU DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine Community Wellness Program and Student Government Association partnered with the Walk with a Doc and Kids Run with the Nation to host the first community-wide walking event that was held last Saturday. The walkers met in the Tex Turner Arena parking lot right here on LMU's main campus, along with medical students in the Community Wellness Program. They were led in a community walk around the campus for approximately 1 hour. The LMU-DCOM Walk with a Doc program is a monthly walking program for adults and kids to promote healthy physical activity for people of all ages to improve the well-being of the community in the tri-state area. For more information about the upcoming Walk with a Doc program, you can call 1-800-325-0900, extension 7108, or you can visit them online at lmunet.edu/DCOM. Well, coming up after the break, we've got more to tell you about that's happening right here on the campus of Lincoln Memorial University, so keep it right here on LMU Community TV News.
I come from a big family. I'm the oldest of 6. To me, being the first person to go to college, it's like setting a standard, you know? My little brother is 8 years old now. I challenge his curiosity. I challenge him to dream. I have to paint a picture for him that he can look up to and live up to and possibly be better than. My name is Jaquez, and I am your dividend.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Dare you. Dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education. I dare you to be somebody important. Like be a teacher. Or a reality TV star. Dare you to stand up here. To call the shots. To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher.
Think you can change my life?
Make me excited about science like you. Have a career that really means something? Then do it. I dare you.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck.
So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing. And it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
And welcome back. Lincoln Memorial University DeBuss College of Osteopathic Medicine was ranked #2 by U.S. News and World Report in medical schools that produce the highest percentage of primary care residents. The ranking is based on 2013 through 2015 data averages. Approximately 80% of the members of the class of 2015 in LMU DCOM entered their first year of residency training in a primary care residency, including family medicine, internal medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, emergency medicine, osteopathic manipulative medicine, and traditional year-to-year traditional rotating internships. In 2015, more than 60% of graduates were placed into osteopathic residency programs. Over 36% accepted residency positions with allopathic programs, and almost 3% are going into military programs. Approximately 25% of the graduating class placed into programs within the Appalachian region and 7% within the state of Tennessee. According to the American Osteopathic Association, 56% of doctors of osteopathic medicine in active practice are primary care physicians. DOs emphasize a whole person approach to treatment and care and focus on prevention to help people get healthy and stay well. DOs also receive additional training in osteopathic manipulative treatment used to diagnose, treat, and prevent illness and injury. Osteopathic medicine continually ranks among the fastest growing disciplines in healthcare in the United States. Lincoln Memorial University President B. James Dawson has promoted Kaler School of Nursing Dean Mary Ann Montgren to a new cabinet position in the university administration as Vice President for Extended Learning Sites. Montgren will continue in her role as Dean of the university's largest school. Additionally, she will now oversee all LMU Extended Learning Sites and be a liaison for management and operations needed for faculty, staff, and students at those sites. LMU operates Extended Learning Sites in Knoxville, Blount County, Chattanooga, and Kingsport inside Tennessee, and in Corbin, Kentucky. Montgren joined the LMU faculty in 2001. She has served in various leadership positions within the academic academic administration throughout her tenure. As Dean of the Kaler School of Nursing, Mockren has overseen the creation of the graduate and professional programs in nursing, including the Doctor of Nursing practice. She has been the author of several grants from the Health Resources and Services Administration worth millions of dollars, which supported the advanced nursing program development. Not only has she guided the Kaler School of Nursing through a period of unprecedented growth, LMU nursing graduates have earned the highest pass rate of any nursing school offering a BSN degree in East Tennessee. Mockren taught at several other institutions of higher education prior to her tenure at LMU. She earned her Bachelor of Science in Nursing from the University of Kansas and holds a Master of Science in Nursing from Boston University and a PhD from the University of Tennessee. Lincoln Memorial University School of Business Dean James Hurley has announced the appointment of Dr. Rick Hess as Professor of Business. Hess will teach business analytics and management at LMU. He brings nearly 20 years of teaching experience to LMU and is a Professor of Emeritus of Decision Sciences at Pepperdine University. He has taught in engineering at schools in Washington University in St. Louis, Mercer, West Point, and Georgia Tech, and in business schools at Cal, Lutheran, West Point, Westmont, Pepperdine, Wake Forest, San Diego State, and Southern Cal. He has won numerous teaching awards, including the National Decision Sciences Innovative Instructional Award, the Outstanding Civilian Service Medal from the Department of the Army Teacher of the Year at San Diego State School of Business, and was the finalist for the Howard A. White Teaching Award at Pepperdine. Lincoln Memorial University, Paul V. Hamilton School of Arts and Humanities and Social Sciences, and the LMU players will stage the Charlotte B. Shore Penning adaptation of Alice in Wonderland on April 15th through 17th and 22nd through 24th. Assistant Professor of Theater Mark McGinley has partnered again with director Joel Powell to produce a family-friendly show which follows Alice on her journey down the rabbit hole. Fans of the classic story will recognize iconic characters such as the Cheshire Cat, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the Mad Hatter, and the White Rabbit, but will be pleasantly surprised with an array of other supporting characters in this adaptation. The large cast of 18 features a mix of veteran players and newcomers to the stage. All performances will take place in the Sam and Sue Mars Performing Arts Center of the Duke Hall of Citizenship. The curtain will rise at 7:30 p.m. for each performance during the 2-week run. General admission advanced sale tickets are $5 and can be purchased online. Tickets will be $10 at the door. High school students of all ages may purchase tickets for $3 in advance or $5 at the door. LMU students, faculty, staff, and children under 12 are free of charge. Following this break, stay with us because Adam Haley has your sports update with information on lacrosse and the newest sport added to LMU, beach volleyball. So keep it right here.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
College. It can seem a million miles away. But what if you could get help with your tuition expenses? Get help filling out all those applications and finding a major that fits. All of a sudden, the impossible becomes possible. Visit collegefortn.org today. College. You can get there from here.
I'm Jenny Garth, And as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Welcome back. The LMU softball team was in action this weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina against Queens University. Game 1 of the doubleheader started out with the Royals scoring on a fielding error to give them the 1-0 lead in the first. Jasmine Lindsay hit a solo home run in the second, and the Royals were out running. Taylor Rosenbaum, Abby Lathan, and Kayla Hall would also homer for Queens, and they would run rule LMU 11-3. Brianna Taylor took the loss, going 4 innings, allowing 13 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned runs, while striking out 2. Game 2 went better for the Lady Rail Splitters as Lindsay Cecil got LMU on the board when she scored on a throwing error in the first. Meredith Johnson would later hit a 2-run home run in the third, and Allie Jones added a solo home run in the seventh, and LMU would earn the split 6-3. Samantha Smith picked up the win to move to 7-8 on the season. With a 7-inning performance that saw her give up 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, while striking out 5. The ladies, now in 7th place in the conference, will host 3rd place Carson Newman on Wednesday for a doubleheader. First pitch is scheduled for 2 p.m. and will be carried with live video through the LMU Sports Network. Men's lacrosse was in action as well on Saturday as they hosted Mars Hill to the LMU Soccer Complex. The Rail Splitters got on the board first, scoring the first 2 goals of the day before Mars Hill responded with a 3-0 run to take the lead. Billy Kofsky and Justin Stewart both scored unassisted, and LMU went into the halftime leading 4-3. The 2 teams traded the lead back and forth, but it was the Lions who led going into the 4th quarter. Kyle Orkuri scored twice in the 4th to tie up the game, and just when everyone thought it would go to overtime, Mars Hill's Dylan Livingston scored with 24 seconds to go to lift the Lions to a 7-6 win. Dumu Ferrara led all scorers with 4 goals in the win. With the loss, LMU falls to 6-4 overall and 2-4 in conference, which has them in a 3-way tie for 6th with 2 games to go. They'll be in Hickory, North Carolina on Saturday to face conference leader Lenore Ryan. The LMU Beach volleyball team played their first ever game in the Volunteer State when they traveled to Jefferson City, Tennessee to face Carson Newman. Game 1 of the doubleheader saw Carson Newman win 5-0 with the duos of Samantha Cash and Erica Whitaker and Jordan Green and Fernanda Miasi winning the only sets for LMU. The second half of the doubleheader was better for the Lady Rail Splitters, but still saw Carson Newman win 4-1. The duo of Green and Miasi defeated Taylor Lowe and Eileen Anderson in straight sets. The inaugural season only has one more tournament left, and that is the Stevenson Tournament in Owings Mills, Maryland on April the 23rd. The LMU baseball team had their series with Lenore Ryan pushed back to Sunday and Monday due to weather that was forecasted for the weekend but didn't really hit. The Rail Splitters and Bears started the series with a doubleheader on Sunday, and it was LMU who got on the board first in the first with a sac fly by Logan Augustine that scored Gene Rodriguez. The Rail Splitters scored 3 runs in the 4th inning and took the lead into the 7th when LR scored 4 times, starting with a wild pitch and ending with a David Newcomb 2 RBI double. The Bears would add another run in the 9th and win Game 1 8-5. Dominique Morabito took the loss in relief, going 2 2/3 innings, allowing 2 hits, 3 earned runs while striking out 6. Game 2 started out the same way as the first one, an RBI sac fly, this time by Joe Stuckey to score Wes Niederland. The game would be tied in the 4th when Russell Clark hit a grand slam to break the game open 6-2. LMU would add 5 more runs in the 6th, highlighted by a 3 RBI double by Peyton Sawyer, and the Rail Splitters would win 11-2. Clark finished with 5 RBIs in the game, while Ethan Elliott won his league-leading 8th game of the year, going the full 7 innings, allowing 5 hits, 2 earned runs, while striking out 2. Game 3 of the series was scheduled and happened on Monday afternoon, and the Rail Splitters are scheduled to be back at home at Lamar Hill and Field Wednesday when they'll play host to Trevecca Nazarene at 3 p.m. And finally, the LMU women's golf team is in Monroe, North Carolina for the South Atlantic Conference Championship. Round 1 was on Sunday, and it saw LMU tie with Carson Newman for the lead at 24 over par. The tournament is scheduled to wrap up with round 2 on Monday and round 3 on Tuesday, and we'll have the final results later in the week. Now that's all for sports, but stay tuned after the break as Joseph Lewis will let us know if Batman vs. Superman was strong enough to make it 3 weeks in a row at the top when he brings you the box office report here on LMU Community TV News.
I never felt all that special. But in the wake of an earthquake, we can all do something. When donating goods, it's hard to know what's needed. So now it's my turn to help. Aid workers can spend me locally, where I can help save lives. Someone is doing better because of me. Together, we made that happen.
Ma.
In your new role, we help you help. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who once took care of you.
Pretty much good. Bringing you all the latest information in the world of movies. Tops at the box office this weekend were led by the Melissa McCarthy starring comedy The Boss, taking $23.5 million in its opening weekend. Co-written by McCarthy and directed by her husband, Ben Falcone, the film had a slightly stronger debut than their previous collaboration, Tammy, in spite of largely negative critical reception and iffy scores from audience polls. The Boss finds McCarthy starring as an industry titan sent to prison for insider trading and seeking to rehabilitate her public image upon being released. Kristen Bell co-stars alongside Kathy Bates, Tyler Labine, Kristen Schaal, and Game of Thrones' Peter Dinklage. Following at number 2 by an incredibly close margin was Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, adding another $23.4 million onto its now $296 million domestic gross. Although the film has accumulated $783 million worldwide at this point, its enormous second and third week financial drops already have analysts marking the film as a box office disappointment, lacking the staying power of Deadpool and some of the most high-profile MCU titles. The success of DC's extended universe now rests upon the shoulders of the hotly anticipated, villain-centric Suicide Squad set to open this August. And rounding out the top 3 was Zootopia, the latest release from Walt Disney Animation Studios, adding $14 million onto its now $296 million domestic gross. In addition to scoring the largest ever U.S. opening for The House of Mouse, the film has totaled $852 million worldwide, a figure which distinguishes Zootopia as the most financially successful film of the year thus far, profits easily matched by acclaim from critics and audiences. As far as other movies are concerned, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 is slowing down its run at number 4 with $6 million, followed closely by newcomer Hardcore Henry with a surprisingly small $5 million starting figure. The faith-based dramas Miracles from Heaven and God's Not Dead 2 followed at numbers 6 and 7 respectively with just over $4 million each, while the Divergent sequel Allegiant continued its underwhelming performance with $3 million toward a low $61 million domestic gross. Meanwhile, in limited release, Jeff Nichols' small-scale sci-fi outing Midnight Special took $1.1 million from 493 screens, a figure equaled by Jean-Marc Vallée's Jake Gyllenhaal starring dramedy Demolition, taking $1.1 million from 854 screens. This coming weekend will undoubtedly be led by the release of Jon Favreau's live-action adaptation of The Jungle Book, joined in theaters everywhere by the action thriller Criminal, as well as Barbershop: The Next Cut. That's all for today in the world of movies. I'm Joseph Lewis.
And that is going to do it for this week's LMU Community TV News.
I'm Adam Haley. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on Thursday.
For everyone here at LMU Community TV, I'm Ashley Collingsworth. Have a great week.